on there. Look at those, they look sensational. Through there. Oh yeah, look at that. That is our corned beef sausage rolls. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick today. Corned beef sausage rolls. Fabulous recipe, very tasty. Come on. On here I've got an onion. I've got no knife, but I've got an onion. Now we got a knife. We want some fine diced onion. Come on, idiot. Well, I don't mean fine diced as in so small. It's only got to be fried in there. So just fine dices. Now we can chuck it back in that bowl, but really we just need to chuck it straight in a pan. Start cooking it off. But let's get rid of this. Get it cooked off. Grab a pan. Okay, I've got a little bit of breadcrumbs here, look. I'm just going to go in there with a couple of tablespoons of milk. We're just going to rehydrate a few of them, you know. Grab a spoon. Just do that. And they're not all going to rehydrate, obviously. But then we've got the moisture in mashed potato, butter and milk. I'm sure we've got some moisture in the corned beef. So that's just going to rehydrate a little bit whilst we crack on and fry our onion. So grab any oil of choice, that's olive oil, little flame on. Start cooking those onions. Cook the rawness out of the onions. If you get any colour on there, so be it. A little bit of salt, draw out that moisture. Now this is a really quick, easy recipe. We're using ready rolled pastry. Come on, there's no work involved in this. We mix it all together, chuck it in the pastry, put it in the oven with some egg wash on it, serve it up. Mouth watering already. Well, you've had a couple of minutes on your onions, you've taken out the rawness, you've got a little bit of colour like that, job done. Let's get those to cool down. On there. Corned beef. A regular can of corned beef. Give it a mush in. Your mashed potato. Leftover mash, anything like that. The thing is with using mashed potato, if you've mashed it moist, obviously with a lot of butter or milk, and you've got a nice moist mashed potato like that, you might have to increase your breadcrumbs from 30 grams to 50 grams. You just have to eyeball it and work it out for yourself. Well, a little bit of seasoning going on in there. There's some pepper, salt. I ain't touching, we don't need the salt, simply because corned beef is salty. Want a little bit of dried parsley in there, probably about a teaspoon actually. We're going to go a tablespoon of Worcester sauce in there. We're going to take our onions, they're going in there. And we're going to give it all a good mix up. Let's get in and get mixing. Now I'm using this wooden spoon at the moment, but you know, this wooden spatula. But if the onions were cold enough, you could just get your hands in here. Now, the mashed potato will actually be absorbed, and the breadcrumbs will be absorbed into the corned beef. So you ain't going to be looking at mashed potato or breadcrumbs. You're going to be looking at corned beef, onion and a little bit of seasoning. So it's a fillet, it's how to fill it, No one will know any difference what's in here. They'll all think it's corned beef and onion. As you can see, corned beef, onion. And we want to go in there with just a sprinkling of cheddar. That is completely optional, but that is going to give us a nice underlying flavour in there. Now you ain't going to taste no cheese as such, but it's going to give it a nice sort of savoury, full body depth in there. There you go, that's our mix. We just need to make up our sausage rolls. Make sure you've got your oven on at 200 degrees. Grab a tray with some parchment paper on. My pastry's under plastic as usual. Stop it from drying out. So there you go. And you want to be going on there with some of your corned beef mix. Something like that. So we'll see how we go with the first one. A little bit of egg on there, look. We're going to be putting beaten egg over the top, but we put a little bit there. And then we're going to roll this. He says, nice and straight forward. First one's always terrible. You're working out the mix. But you know, that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. Seam side down on your tray. Come on. We're on a roll. A sausage roll. A bit of egg on there, look. Okay, you've got these fabulous looking sausage rolls. We are just going to cut 3 of those in the top of there. Let the steam come out. Come on, get the old egg wash on there. And posh it up a bit. A few sesame seeds on the top. Come on. There we go. Absolutely sensational. Whack it in the oven 20-25 minutes. Oh, come on, what a fabulous, fabulous smell. Look at those. Oh, on there. Look at those. They look sensational. Oh, here we go. In there. Come on. Through there. Oh, yeah. Look at that. There you go, that is absolutely sensational. That is our corned beef sausage rolls. Look at those things, they look absolutely sensational. They're a bit warm actually. Here we go. Oh, that is absolutely cracking. Oh, that flavour in there, you know, obviously it's all corned beef, but you know that little bit of Worcester we throw in there with the pepper. Really delicious. That is so good. You can't taste the cheese, and if you look, you can't see any mashed potato. And you've got that little hint of onion. That is absolutely incredible. And obviously serve it with whatever you want. This is a bit of ketchup. We'll have a bit of ketchup on there, look. Oh yeah, come on. Covered in puff pastry, it's worth it. That is an alternative change to sausage rolls. That is banging. A bit warm, but I tell you, they're irresistible. I'm gonna have to have this one as well. Oh yeah. Well, there you go. That is so easy. It's a cracking easy recipe. It's an alternative to a sausage roll. A corned beef sausage roll. Delicious. Quick and easy to come together. Mashed potato, corned beef, onions, a little bit of seasoning, roll it up in puff pastry, bake it, done. Easy. Anybody can do this. Share with your friends, tell them how easy it is to make corned beef sausage rolls. And if you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Oh, and I'm gonna have to carry on eating. Catch you in the next video. Oh yeah. Absolutely fabulous.